What's up, guys? Benny Big Stacks here, otherwise referred to as Dr. Duel at times. We got a deck profile here for you today. It's DragonLink. I think this is the channel's first deck profile. So I'm already out here breaking records. Tell everybody else, step your game up, right? DragonLink's been hit. I think you guys know about this deck. Not going to be too much to explain other than that. Konami doesn't want us playing DragonLink, but what are we doing? We're playing DragonLink. So let's just get into the profile. Rocket Tracer, standard. Not much to say. Need them in the deck. More Rocket cards. These guys. So obviously, sick extender. Mid to late game. You could even, for your main combo, extend with him if you had to. Like if he was in your hand and you destroyed Striker Dragon. Silver Rocket, another level 4 really. Most of the time you're going to be using him as synchro material or a normal summon, but he can be very useful to banish DPE and Dragoon from a deck because they are running rampant. And I honestly think just a simple banish could slow their whole strategy down. Depending on the deck, right? Like, it may not do anything, but you won't have to deal with a DP or Dragoon, so maybe it makes it easier for you. Rocket Caliber, another pretty cool card. Mainly just a rocket name. He can special summon himself. If you have a link monster that has a arrow pointing down, but this deck doesn't really do that. Not really. I could do it, but I'm not. The tributing effect, though, if you get him on the field and you say you have some other dragon in your hand you want to special summon, but you just can't for some reason. Mainly Red Eyes Darkness Metal. That's what you could use him for if you don't want to banish a card, so you're kind of out of an option. He could get him out for free without you having to banish a card. And he's a rocket name, and he's searchable, he's summonable. You just want him in the deck, I think. Another tuner. There we go. Rest of the rocket package. Absolrouters. You need at least one in the deck. But I'm running 2 because I want to see him in my hand sometimes. Depending on your hand, he could be a really broken card. Just, it could be crazy. Then Rocket Synchron, broken normal summon. I think I should be running 2. A lot of people run 2. I don't know why. I don't ever find the time to normal summon him. But when you do normal summon him and you have your graveyard ready, just this very simple level 8, maybe the Hot Red Synchro play. Good cards. Now we're going into our Chaos package a little bit. Starleaf Seaford, walking Chaos space. You can send Absolrouter off Seaford and then search Noctivision. And then Absolrouter search a rocket to your hand. Like, just what? Rest of the Chaos engine, you got Chaos Dragon Levianeer, the Baby Dragons, and Emperor. I think we all know why Levianeer is good. I think we know why these 2 are good. And Chaos Emperor, he's really good at recurring your banished cards if you need them. And he's just a great extender. He's very easy to summon. Banishing a Light and a Dark from the extra deck. From the graveyard to summon them from the extra deck. Extenders. Noctivision. Draw 1. What? Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Good card. Those are some extenders. Now here's the last main monsters. I'm running a little Chambermaid package with 2 Tidying and Brotar. I don't even really use Brotar that much, honestly. It's kind of like a brick, but he can be really useful, which is like, I don't know what to do with him. I don't know. I like him and I don't like him sometimes. Getting into the hand trap monsters. We got the Gamma package. Effect Veilers. And 2 Lancia. Gamma, because Gamma's a board breaker. Gamma can stop a lot of nice things and remove the threats as well. Effect Veiler, interruption on your turn, and Lancia, interruption on your turn. But for terrible decks that take advantage of the banishing, right? Like, you don't want to be dealing with Phantom Knights or Flunderies if they're just allowed to banish, because they'll do whatever they want. They could just go on for days, right? Set up very tough boards. You want to avoid that. Getting into spells, field spells, you already know what they do. You need them in this deck. If you don't know what they do, I'm sorry. Quick launch, E-Telly. For rockets, just too good. Chaos Space, another card that's just too good. Chaos Space, it's pluses for days. Don't understand how they made a card like this, but they did, and I love it. Dragon Reborn, basically. World Legacy Guard Dragon. You can just extend forever with this card. If they interrupt you and you just can resolve that card, it's pretty nice. Power spells now, Forbidden Droplet. I want to be playing 3. Only got the 2 right now. Great card in this deck. DragonLink wants to get rid of cards in their hand because that really helps their combos get going. Depending whatever you want to access, right? Like, say you have a Chamber in hand and a Tidying, and you activate Droplet, you can send both the Chamber and the Tidying, negate 2 monsters, and then just start with the Tidying in the grave. Like, that's crazy. Triple Tactics Talent. The decks draw power for me mainly, but obviously, given the situation, you can use the other effects if needed. That's why it's Triple Tactics. It's versatile. Called by, because called by. Imperm, because Imperm. Just a sick card. I love the design, love how good it is, and the 2 Dragon Maid Tidying package. Yeah, let's move on to the extra deck. Extra deck. We have some very standard cards you guys have all probably seen for DragonLink. Here they are. The 3 standard synchros. I have one more, but Walking Pot of Prosperity for Darks and Lights. That's what I think about as this card is. I think that's like the best way to describe him. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Oh, and he's an extender. Omni Negate. He can also negate Dark Ruler No More if you have like a set spell or trap you can activate, then targeting the Dark Ruler No More with him because he's not responding directly to it. Savage can't do that, which is unfortunate, but he can, so that's pretty cool. And then the last synchro, Cyframe Lord Omega. You can make him off Gamma, but you don't even have to make him off Gamma. That's what's cool about this deck. He can recur your Chaos Spaces back into your grave, so you can not only put your resources back into your extra deck or main deck, but you can also get another free draw off him. So like, you go through your combo on turn 1, you have Chaos Space banished with another monster that you can return. Next turn you'll be able to shuffle him, or on the opponent's standby phase, I should say, you'll be able to shuffle Chaos Space back in, and then already for your next turn, it's like you have 2 draws. Like, that's crazy. And also, you can rip a card from the opponent's hand. That's very good. Abyss Dweller. I'm running him because it's so easy to summon 2 level 4 monsters in DragonLink. Sometimes, if you know the matchup, you know it's a very heavy grave reliant deck. It's just going to be GG for them, right? So easy to get this out. You could have this, potentially Seals, Tidying, I don't know, whatever. All the set cards that you could have, plus him. Here we go, getting into Link monsters. Striker Dragon, already know, Integral Piece. He was hit to 1. He's still standing. He's fighting out there for his life, but he's got it. Guard Dragon Pisty. RIP his brother LP. Romulus, because Search's Dragon Ravine, you kind of need him in there for that. Here we go, we got some Link 2s now, Erratic Seal, non-targeting bounce, and a special summon from deck, all with one action, essentially. So, pretty good built-in effect for him. Awesome. IP Masquerena for the Nightmare Interruption, but also to make a Towers play with Boral Sword. You know, not really something you do, but it's just like cool that you can. Quad Boral, broken card, a Rocket Monster, and anything else to just keep popping off, right? Like, just go into whatever you want. Like, if you've already got monsters on board, you go into him. You can bring those rockets back out. Or, depending, even if the opponent's got, like, a big Link 4, you could summon 4 rocket monsters from your grave with different names, if you did that. Quad Boral can do that. He's just a crazy extender. Just really good for the deck. Should be playing him. The Nightmare card, you already know. And Boral Sword Dragon and Access Code Talker. Boral Sword is funny. He actually doesn't come up that much anymore for me. You really use Access Code more. But Boral Sword is good if you gotta just really run something over. If Access Code can't destroy something or run it over even with his high attack, Boral Sword can. He's also a dragon, so, I mean, not that this deck locks anything, locks you into dragons. It locks you into darks at a point, but yeah, he just kind of fits in theme with the deck, and Access Code, just, why aren't you playing him? Side deck. Oh, this is the side option for Abyss Dweller. Like, right, Abyss Dweller doesn't do anything against Flunderies and other decks that revolve off their banish, I guess. So, like, I don't know, Thunder Dragon, they're not that big right now, but they could be. Get our boy Colossus back. But this guy, you can have more than likely 4 or more tuners in the grave. I run a lot of tuners. You can use the field wipe ability, and yeah, like if you're having trouble against established boards and you want to put him in, he might help. I don't know. I think he's a decent option, something to think about. You don't have to run him. This is just kind of Black Metal Dragon. If you want him instead of Brotar, to just search Red MD, because sometimes just getting Red MD is nice. And then we got Aether, the Evil Empowering Dragon. Like, this is good for cards that, or decks that don't summon a lot of light or dark. This is like if you need a spot banish on one monster, he's your guy. You gotta be careful because he's a when effect. So there's gonna be multiple chains going off. You want to time it just right with Erratic Seal so that he'll get his effect off. Very, very key. And then Kawaki Meru Drago. Shut off light and dark decks after your turn. Basically, that's broken card. What were they thinking when they made Kawaki Meru? There we go. This is what I call the package, right? This deck hates Nibiru. I have this in 4 Nibiru, but the cool thing is, let me show you, I run it quite a lot of targets in the main deck, right? Like, not even 4 cross out, but just the way it worked out, like Imperm, Called By, Forbidden, Droplet, Triple Tactics. I guess, I don't know if you want to negate that, but you could. Gammas, Lancias, and Veilers you could negate. Like, there's quite a few targets. I don't know. Wouldn't be bad throwing them in. And then, even more targets coming up for cross out. We got Lightning Storm if you sided those in, and Dark Ruler no more if you sided these in. These are mainly, if you're forced to go second, like after you win turn 1, you can side these in so you have more going second cards. Like, so in the deck, there'll be Droplet, Tactics Talent, and then whatever you side out, like probably a Dragon Maid package you'd want to side out for a Lightning Storm or Dark Ruler, and then some other cards for the cards you didn't side in if you felt like it. So you have a lot of going second cards. So you'll probably see one, right? That's the whole point.